The World Cup of Design has just wrapped up its 9th season, which means that we now have a new course out that may be one of the top courses that has come out for PGA Tour 2K23, maybe in its entirety, at least in the last couple of months here. So we're going to go and check it out. Highland Park by Tanner Bronson. Remember, guys, if you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. It sure helps me out a lot. And let's dive right on in. I'm excited. This is going to be what should be a very good course. There's a panel of judges that are all course designers themselves that have gone into voting this thing to be #1. So it's got to be good. Right off the bat, we've got a pretty rewarding drive. If we can pull this out, just go right down center. Beautiful strike. Oh, that's exactly what you like to see. Give us a nice little pitch shot onto the green. You can already see the tee boxes right behind off to the side. All right, what can we do here? I think if we take a flop shot, we should be able to get some bounce and roll out of this guy. Send it right on up. Ooh, a little bit under hit. That's going to leave us well short. Not too bad on pacing. I was a little bit concerned about the tempo there, but just well under hit. It's all right. Fairly slow greens. Okay, so this is probably meant to play as more of a realistic course. I know sometimes the greens like to get real fast in this game. Come on, get up there. Have the legs. Oh, you left it short. That is not, that is not how you like to start it. All right, we'll take a par on the first. Got a nice skiddy-scape in the background there. All right, 200-yard par 3. Definitely not one of my favorites in terms of length, just generally speaking. That being said, it's at least an iron in hand. I'm not a fan of having to take my hybrid or wood out, or even driver for par 3s. Well, we tried to play a draw and make sure you get to the green. All right, I don't know how much. Oh, well, you know what? With the 116s, yeah, would expect it to not roll as much. Maybe a little bit more roll on that. A little bit firm, but come on, get in the hole. Even on that slow of greens, I still miss on the low side. Oh man, that's not that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. If even I struggle with hitting the putts to the high side anyway, I'm still gonna do it when the greens are this slow. That is definitely it's just embarrassing at this point. It is just embarrassing at this point. Oh man. But so far the course is playing, I mean, absolutely wonderfully. All right, 196 yards. We've got some wind in the face, but 6-iron I feel like should lose enough distance. Maybe need a little bit of loft. Have the lie take us out and the wind bring us back. It's not cutting back across as much, and the 98% is definitely not going to be super beneficial. But we get a nice rollout. Leave ourselves with a birdie opportunity. Let's get one on the board. I'm going to need to make sure, maybe not so much that I hit it firmer, but that I give it just a little bit more respect. That might be too firm. No. It always throws me off. When the green speeds get so slow, I feel like you have to hit it so hard and the ball like launches off the putter face, but then it really puts the Velcro on by the end. Okay, so he's given us a choice here. We can definitely play this out. It's gonna kick left to right, kind of come out to this flatter area if we play it right. Or we can drive the green. I feel like the option is drive the green because neither side really seems to be too punishing if we go in the sand. Should be a simple up and down. Even from this side where we're nearsighted a little bit, I feel like maybe you want to give it loft. It's going to add some carry. Try and draw it back in against the wind. I feel like if we put it somewhere here, we might be able to land it on the green and give ourselves a chance for it to sit down. Oh, that's a lovely strike. Come on. Okay, maybe a little bit too much carry. Kind of underestimated how much distance I was going to get from the full loft, but that's okay. We were fully banking on being able to get ourselves up and down out of this, so I think if we just aim it a little bit... Oh, we've got a downhill lie, it seems. Be great if I could see something. Alright, I think I'm gonna play it a little bit shorter and let it roll out. Did not get a good strike. It really throws me off. I always like to think that I'd be fine regardless of the camera angle, but when I can't see my character, even though I feel like I don't go off of visuals that much, I definitely do. And it breaks out to the right. Oh, the grids lied. The grids lied. It was supposed to come back at the end and definitely not get that far out to the right. All right, well, even through 4 is not how we'd expect. Well, maybe it should be how we expect, but it's not how we want it to go. Beautiful drive. Definitely a tough tee shot because we're taking ourselves out to the left-hand side here, which means we're probably going to have a little bit less green to work with. Yeah, we've got this edge of the green here kicking to the right that's going to come into play. I think we're going to have to, off of this downslope, play a bit of loft on our 9-iron. It's going to probably take a kick. Should start out to the left, wind work it back to, or start out to the right, wind work it back to the left. And then uphill, so I'm going to play it a little bit closer to the flag. Pull fast. That's not going to do it, Chief. That is not going to do it. And not really the combo you want there either. Everything going with the wind, just adding distance. Because essentially you're just creating more and more of a tailwind. But we've got it a foot down. It doesn't seem like it's actually a foot down. It's probably in the like 7-inch ballpark. But, you know, the game rounds things, so that's where we're left. That's gonna go low. Sit. Oh man. Even on the slower greens. Even on the slower greens. And we're 1 over through 5. Woohoo! Man, off to a wonderful start. Okay, so the par 5, which is our opportunity to get things back on track. It looks like we're given a split fairway and 2 options here. So we can play it up this left-hand side to give ourselves a shorter approach shot, which I think we're going to do. Water definitely comes into play, so we're going to have to be careful, but I think we can manage it. That's a pretty good strike. So long as this doesn't take some ridiculous bounce out into the water, I think we should be okay. But I'm a bit hesitant. Okay, good. I don't like the stress of that. Not at all. Now we're definitely in between clubs. I think the 4-iron's going to land us somewhere in here. It's just a matter of can it get up and over the hill, which is a tough ask, especially with the wind, but I feel like I trust it just a little bit more than the hybrid. So we're going to take a risk here and hope that it can climb. That's back-to-back times here where I guess, essentially just forced a shot. Pull fast, pull fast. Not feeling mega confident on the downswing. Really try and make sure, okay, gotta hit it, and like slam the stick forward. Getting things off track. But if we can give ourselves a nice little 2-putt, that might be under hit or over hit. I can't tell the speed on these things. They go way too fast. They go way too fast and then slow way up right at the end. Oh my goodness. All right, so we are back to even par through 6. And this one, they're just going to let us absolutely send it. So let's do that. Not too bad of a strike. Question is here, does it get down over that hump at the end of the fairway? It does not. So we're going to ride behind this ridge here. I can only imagine if you have like a strong tailwind and end up in this ridge in front of you, I suppose there's a chance, high winds and like heavy firmness, that you could find yourself flirting with the creek, which is always kind of scary. All right, so big uphill slope, downhill. I feel like everything's gonna, I need a little bit of D-loft to make it over this and actually give ourselves a chance at getting to the hole. There we go. There's a nice strike. Calm, cool, collected. Right on line. How about that? That is what we're talking about. Give ourselves a birdie. It's about time we put together a nice approach shot. That's what we love to see. All right, so they give us a bunker to clear, and I think we have enough to clear it naturally, but I'm going full send here as it's nearly 600 yards, and I want to give myself a chance at approaching in 2. Another beautiful strike. Look at the height on that drive. Casual 300 and almost 40 yards of carry. Rolled out there to 358. See, now the playbook gets opened a little bit. I think. Maybe not with this wind. It kind of puts us in a bind. But I do think that with just, I don't know. We're landing somewhere in here. So I think maybe just a touch of loft. Maybe just a touch of loft. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully try and ride that area back to the hole. Alright, starting to get our rhythm. That lands, as we thought, like right at the ridge. Settle down. Oh, that's a lovely situation we've got ourselves into. 9 foot for the eagle. A little bit of movement off of the right to left. I'm going to put it out here. Slower green, so I'm going to give it a little bit more pace. That's a turnaround right there. Bogey into birdie, birdie, eagle. And now we've got ourselves a short par 3 to round out the front 9. That is exactly what you love to see. All right. Just casually ace it and move on to the back 9. Ah, no. Okay, so little bit weird there. Actually managed to hit a 92% partial. What if I told you that that's not what I tried to hit. See, that's one thing that catches me out every once in a while, when the default club is actually the club that I want to take, but it defaults to something partialed. I don't like to take partial shots. I try to avoid them at absolutely all costs, but that one caught me out, but no matter. We are still able to round out the front 9 at 4 under. That was a valiant effort, if I do say so myself. Now, this is an interesting hole. Not really giving me a lot of great options, although if we drive it down into the flatter part, we still have about 150. I don't think I want to take the driver here. I feel like driver is just inviting the water into our lives. So let's lay it up with the 3-wood. Give ourselves, you know, maybe a short iron, maybe even a pitching wedge or so. Oh, look at that, 131. We're going to give ourselves a gap wedge. In fact, I think this club is going to be about perfect, so let's throw this up there, see what we can do. Oh, that's another great strike. We have found our stroke, have we? Get up there. Now, I was going to be very sad if I missed the putt. It is by far the worst part of my game. So, hey, if anybody wants to teach me how to putt, I would appreciate it. I will trade you by teaching you how to approach. Because I really like the accuracy, the input. You know, hitting the perfect shot, dropping a dart in, holing out, like those things tickle my fancy. Scratches the itch very, very well. I don't do as well with the finesse side of things. Not as much as I would like to. Ooh, pushed it out there a little bit. Wind should work it back. That is well short, though. That slight headwind really, really killed it. Alright, well, you know what we just talked about with our putting, so expecting this to cut through in the beginning real fast and then turn hard at the end. Big swang. Big swang! Not as much. Actually, not a terrible read, considering the fact that it kind of ended sort of in line with the pin behind the hole. Probably means it's not as bad of a read as I'm thinking it might be. Now, this is definitely too short, and with the green speeds, I don't think we're going to be able to muster anything. So we're going to have to try and peel back the 9-iron, I think. %. That's peeled back a bit too much. See where this goes. A little bit of a kick to the right. It is going to check up on the green. We're not going to get rolled off, so that's nice. But we're going to have a lot of swing in our putt, which we learned in that last putt that it doesn't swing quite as much, but still have to be careful here. So I think it's going to swing more at the end than our last one did. Oh no. Oh, that's just like just a hair underpowered. But a lovely lag putt from way out there. Well, I say way, it's not really that far. A short journey. Flirting a little bit too closely to the left-hand side of this fairway here. Oh, man. Okay, well, at least it's light rough. It's not the end of the world. But that is pretty mean. That was pretty mean on the designer's part. So we're going to lose some distance. I mean, it's downhill, so there's extra to be had, but we very well could be losing about 10 yards and then even more into the wind. So I don't know that this gets out there, but what I do know is that this 3 hybrid is going to carry too far otherwise. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to take this hybrid, but we're going to loft her on up and kind of let everything force it to sit down. I did not account for the wind as much, but with it being so lofted, it was always going to play way more. But that is like excellent touch on distance. Right in line with the shadow off the flag stick. Breaking from left to right, having absolutely no idea how much that break at my feet is going to play, especially because we're slamming through it. Oh, that's firm. Firmly in the hole, though. Woo! Getting away with one there. 325 yards, so a theoretically drivable hole. However, megalomaniac amounts of shape would be required in order to get the job done. And I feel like I wouldn't be doing due diligence if I didn't give it a whack. So we're gonna go lots of shape on this. Try and swing it around and find the green. Oh, that tree. We're gonna go OB. Has to be OB. All right, well, you know, we tried. We tried. That tree is like just perfectly placed. Perfectly placed to stop an idiot like me from getting what I want, which is probably how it should be. And like a proper course that's marked OB. Not allowing me to go into somebody's yard and play out. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, well, we can still go up and down. Well, you know what? Never rule it out. We could make par. We could make par right here, right now. Oh, no, we're not going to. But that's like dialing it up perfectly. Look at that. We get that lined up properly. We are hop and a skip into the flag stick and maybe into the bottom of the cup. Who knows? But we'll take the bogey. We deserved it. Okay, so let's rewind just a moment back to the earlier par 3 where I said, 200 yards. That's not that bad. This. I know that this was voted best. Humble opinion. Why? At least in this video game. Why? 286 yards. Now I gotta like check swing my driver. And hope. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Not terrible, except I pushed it. Which means I'm gonna hop over this bunker and maybe end up in the rough? Oh, that's light rough. Okay, I was thinking that was all fairway out there. I was like, why are we coming to like a skidding stop so swiftly? All right. Flick this onto the green. Hopefully it can release down into the hole. For the most casual of birdies. Nope. Stop. You can stop now. Anytime to be nice. Oh, I hit that too softly. I rushed my swing. So how often do you guys play on slow greens? Because I know that I don't play on slow greens all that much, and I tell you what, it throws me off every time because you need so much more power. I'm like so used to pulling back pretty quick and just kind of tapping a putt that's that short It is very simple to under. Oh! Almost found fairway. We actually can still get to the green here in 2. So that is a lovely, lovely thing. So how much is it to the front of the green? Because 90, that's 236 to the front. I'm going to give it just a little bit of left. Just to make sure we clear. Oh, I hit that. Yeah, I did the whole pull fast thing. We had been so good. We had gone on such a nice stretch. Honestly, workable. It's actually pretty workable from here. Short side bunker shot. Get the check on it. Let her hop out and roll. It's a little bit uphill. That's okay. I think we can manage just fine. Play it up a little bit to the left. Ooh, just short. We'll take birdie. Back to 5 under. We've got 2 holes left to play. Let's try and make the most of it. Another one that seems to be a deceptively tough drive. Because if we don't hit this square enough, you've got one wave that's going to feed you off into the bunker and another one that's going to feed you off into the water. So danger definitely lurks. And this pin here is protected very much so by that bunker. You kind of have to take the club up, let the wind work, let the hill work. You know, let everything here bring this shot back down to earth. Man. Great distance. I'm really happy with that, but holy cow, did that lie take me like a mile left. I mean, there's a little bit of wind there, but that has got to be mostly the lie at our feet, and I was not even remotely close to getting that started onto the right line. All right, feels like a decent putt. It's got to be low. Just a little bit too little power. We'll tap her on in for the par. 1 hole left to go. 371 yards. Downhill a little bit. There's definitely no way to drive the green, but oh, I kind of want to. No, we're not gonna fall trap to it. We're gonna try and get the birdie. Send a nice hybrid down here. Find the fairway. We're not gonna get in the water. I hope. Not in the water. Thank goodness. Really had me concerned there for a bit. Now we've got 10 miles an hour of wind here. And that's going to cause us some troubles. I don't think it's enough to want to take the gap wedge. I think, well, maybe. Maybe. We're uphill and into wind. It could be that we take the de-lofted approach. Or we try and knock the gap wedge down. All right, we're gonna try and squeeze this sand wedge in here. Underhit it a little bit. But we've got 12 foot for the birdie. Send it up on this high line. Watch it work its way down into the hole right at the end. Just go in. All All right, well, I gotta find a new putter. I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. It's a great course. It plays very, very well. You know, we had our fair share of struggles. There may be some tougher parts on the greens with sculpting, but overall, a great course. Very, very solid work. Well done, Tanner. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It helps me a ton. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.